right. Everything should be good to go. It's been a while since I streamed, so I'm a little bit rusty. What's up, Sir Chancelot? I should probably tweet this stream out. Alright. Hey everyone! We'll get started in a minute. But feel free to pop in. Say hi. Alright. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Wow, okay, I did not expect this. I was actually planning on doing this live stream when my actual birthday happened, which was exactly a week ago today. But I spent basically the entire day traveling in terms of, like, you know, road traveling. And I came home pretty exhausted, so I was like, I need to rest. But yeah, here we are. Let me know if the audio's okay, if the video's okay. Y'all already know how I struggle with this Wi-Fi. But thank you, Joseph, Javier, Turkey Leg, Jesse, and Sir Chancelot for the birthday wishes. Thank you. Let me just tweet out this stream. How did I do this again? Oh, here we go. Cool. Streaming. You guys, I'm so impressed by the iPhone's photo editing capabilities. I took and edited the thumbnail for this stream in like 5 minutes, and it looks like I took it with my professional camera. I'm pretty shook about that. Okay. Unfortunately, I took that picture earlier today, so it's not as light outside as it was earlier, but it's alright. Alright. There we go. Oopsie. Thank you, Swambiff and Dark Schneider, for the birthday wishes. My birthday was a week ago, for anyone wondering. Hence why it's belated. But, alright. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Joseph, my favorite song at the moment? Let me check. Because I don't really know. I think right now... Honestly, you know what? I've been listening to old music from when I was younger. So I've been listening to Night Call by Kavinsky. That song it's an ultimate throwback to me, and it's just so, I don't know, it's so inspiring to me. Like, it makes me just want to film something really cool. And it also introduced me to Vaporwave. By the way, I have a new light, and shout out to Riley, my co-host, who gave it to me for my birthday. So let me know how you like it. I'm definitely gonna be using it in my videos from now on, so that should be really cool. What did you get for my birthday, I'm assuming? besides the light, I also got from Riley as well. I got a what's it called? It's like I think it's an Ethernet cable, which allows me to extend my Wi-Fi to my PlayStation in my room. And then besides that, let's see. What else did I get? I'm not sure. Food? Guys, I don't remember what else I got. But yeah, I got, memories. I feel like the older I get, my birthdays are getting, I guess the numbers getting less interesting, but not necessarily the birthday, But anyways, how you guys doing? It's been a really long while since I live streamed. I feel very rusty at it. Like, I feel short of words right now. It's kind of weird. But, yeah. So, since we got a cheeky group of people in here, let me know how the quality and the audio is, because, I'm streaming on my computer, and my computer, well, can be difficult sometimes with the Wi-Fi. So, yeah, let me know of that. But other than that, I think we should be good to go. I really, really want to take this time and talk about something really interesting. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring you your ears closer. Oh, thank you, Swambiff, for letting me know that everything's good. Okay, so before I get to your messages, I just want to really quickly say something. So here's the thing. I've been offline from YouTube for a couple weeks now. And I don't know how much I want to say, but let's just say that it hasn't been for nothing. Like, I haven't been off YouTube and, doing doing things that are unrelated to YouTube. Like, it's been more so the opposite of that. See how rusty I am at this? I'm also trying to keep the microphone, the audio nice and low. Anyways, so I've been working on something really special, and I have been really quiet about it because I guess I've become more of a walker rather than a talker with time. Does that make any sense at all? Basically, in the past I used to announce like everything that I was doing, and oh my gosh, I'm working on something huge, you guys have no idea. Like, I would tweet stuff like that, like at least once a week. And I just found that would give me a lot of stress, because I would just end up creating unrealistic expectations for myself. And then it would be worse because I had people holding me accountable for it, because I was announcing it too much, too often. So that's why now I'm just more like, I'd rather, silently work on things behind everybody's back and then drop the bomb one day and nobody's expecting it. Like, whoa, what? You were doing this whole time? What? No. I've been doing this and nobody even knew. But yeah, it's a lot more peaceful, and it's also more exciting because then, people you get to surprise your audience, and that's really fun. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that because I have been offline from YouTube, and I know you guys are probably like, whatever, we don't mind, we're patient. But to give you an idea of like what it feels like to skip an upload as a creator, it's basically the same as skipping a workout, at least if you work out often. It gives you like that feeling of, oh my gosh, like, how could I do this? I feel awful, like that workout guilt, like my goodness, I can already feel myself getting out of shape. I can already feel myself losing my gains, even though realistically skipping a workout doesn't do anything to you. It just extra rest, you know? But mentally it does a lot. And so that is basically how it feels to skip an upload. Skipping one upload is like, okay, fine, whatever. Skipping two uploads is like, oh god, this is getting, ugh. And then skipping 3 to 4 plus, that's when it starts to get stressful, at least for me. And so I just wanted to, I guess, explain myself a little bit, because I feel like for the past almost year since I've been back on YouTube, I've been doing pretty well, and yeah, I don't like skipping. But now that that's out of the way, let me talk about this thing that I've been keeping from you guys, because it is pretty, let's just say you guys are going to be the first to know, even though I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you're going to be the first to know that there's something going on behind the scenes. And thank you all for for the birthday wishes again. Christopher Bako, you think too much. I know, if you watch my 5 facts about me video, you'll know exactly why I think too much. But anywho, no expectations, slower is better. I know, slower is definitely better. But it's a me thing. It's a me thing. I've gotten better at handling it, but it's always gonna be uncomfortable. Thank you, Paulo, however you pronounce it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Alien Bobcorn. Rated R, thank you. Thank you all. Sprunk, I saw you earlier, but I forgot. Anyways, guys, let me get to what I was gonna say, because you guys know I lose track of things really easily. So here's the thing. How do I say this without giving it away? You know? How? Alright, well, let's just say it's something that I think a lot of you are gonna feel like, I don't know how to say it. What the heck? Let me lay this back down. This microphone is heavy. I think a lot of you are gonna be like, you know what, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. And I think a lot of you are going to I think maybe some of you might not understand, because, at least where I am as a creator, it might be a non-traditional thing to do, but I definitely think that I'm more excited than I am scared. Does that make any sense? I used to be more scared than I was excited, but now it's the opposite, and I think it's gonna be a really, really cool new chapter. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not giving it away, but oh my god, people are already like submitting their, no, it's not about me. It has it's more so a decision. Oh, thank you, Joseph. You have nice teeth. Thank you. Whoa, YouTube just recommended you. I haven't seen you in like 5 years. I mean, it's never too late to reconnect, I guess you could say. But yeah, anyways. Holy moly, I remember your walkthroughs from years ago. I know. So do I. Anyways, yeah, the point is, a really, really cool special thing is coming, and it's not about me. It's more about the future of the channel, and I think it's gonna be really exciting, but I think it's also gonna be very liberating. So yeah, before I give off too much, I'm gonna stop talking about it because yeah, it's crazy because I kind of went over this in my head, you know, like how I was gonna explain what was going on in my stream to you guys. But now that I'm here, it's like that just went down the drain. I don't even remember what I had planned to say. But the point is that that something cool is coming. When? I don't know, because I'm actually it's a project, but it's more than a project, and it's almost done, but at the same time it's just hard to tell, which is why I am trying to I guess take my sweet time with it and not like take a lot of the energy that I put into my channel to put into this specific thing, at least until it's ready. And then I'll be back to the swing of things. Oh no. I think my internet is crapping out, of course. Let's see. It says, okay, there we go. I should be back. Anyways, so with that said, let's move on into the stream. Thank you, GTA fan, for the birthday wish. Hello, Wangsta. And thank you, Christopher Bake. I definitely look back on my commentating days very fondly. It was really fun years of my life. You can trust us. I know I can. It's more so that I really like to keep things secret until it's finally time to announce it, just because it's fun, and also because I kind of don't want people to steal my ideas, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Just looking at your comments. Thank you, Barry. My birthday was on the 23rd, 2 weeks ago. Mine was on the 27th. So we're only 4 days apart. Well, we know you can edit and make short films. It's been a long time since I properly edited. I'll be there, definitely. Thank you, Christopher. Yeah, but other than that, I just wanted to chill with you guys. If you want to drop any comments, ask any questions, start a conversation, whatever. I don't really plan to stream for too long. I just wanted to dedicate some of my birthday time to y'all. And here I am. Also because I thought, well, I'm either gonna upload a Star Wars video or live stream. And if I'm being completely honest, I just haven't really been feeling recording games lately. So, guess what I chose? You got it. Guys, I'm so freaking rusty. This is what happens when you don't record for too long, it starts to become not second nature. Oh gosh, yeah. I'm also just more used to recording and not having an immediate audience because, you know, I record and then I edit and then it has an audience. I'm not really used to actually having an audience in front of me. It's nerve-wracking sometimes. Complete the lyric. Never gonna give you. Never gonna give you. What does the actual song say? Is it trust or love? Either way, they both sound pretty depressing. Happy birthday! You have great ideas and we will always enjoy your creator. I do miss your GT walkthroughs, but I do love what you're doing new on your journeys. Aw, thank you, Wangsta. That's really nice of you. Actually, I think with the big thing and announcement that is coming, I think is gonna open up this channel to something that's gonna be really good for it, I think. Oh, it's never gonna give you up. Damn. It wasn't love nor trust. Up. If you love what I'm doing new on my journey, I think you're gonna love what's coming even more. Do you still play video games or not much? It depends really. I go through stages. I don't know if you guys are like that too, but I tend to go through stages where I just want to play video games all the time. And then I go through stages where I can go months without touching my console. You thought too much on the lyric. Isn't that what I do? I basically overthink. But yeah, right now I'm in a stage where I'm just too busy to play video games, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I'm too busy to even play video games for my channel. That's how busy I've been. Because I feel like the older I've gotten, the more video games have turned into what... Like, video games to me is the same as watching Netflix or YouTube videos, you know. It's something that I do when I have, like, free time, and quite honestly, I don't really have any free time. And when I do have free time, I dedicate it to, you know, people and stuff like that, and then, you know, my hobbies and stuff. Like a balance between people and hobbies. And video games is definitely at the bottom of the list right now. But yeah. Also, I just put a lot of my free time into making stuff. So I don't know if that even classifies as entertainment or what, because yes, creativity can be entertainment, but I feel like, you know, a lot of the time I would much rather be watching Netflix and, you know, friggin' playing video games. But if I did that, I don't think I'd get much done for the things that I actually care about. I hope you guys can hear me well. I don't even know what the gain of this thing is, but I didn't pay much attention to this. Yeah, same. I used to play all day. Now I play for like 2 to 3 hours and go for walks and go out. I don't know why I read go out with grandma, but don't even pay attention to me. I need to go out more. Oh, thank you guys for telling me my audio's okay. I have zero reference to the health of my stream right now. I kid you not, because it's not like when I stream on my freaking iPhone. You know, when I stream on my iPhone, it's right there. I can see what's going on, and I can actively see the strength of everything. But in this case, I can just see a little green dot, and that's about it for, you know, all the information I get. Go out with grandma. I need to go visit my grandma. Gotta go and do university things. Wish you the best. Thank you. Speaking of university, my goodness. This semester is not even, no, it's such a joke. I think it's scarier than most semesters I've had, because the things I'm doing in this semester I actually care about, and I feel like when you care about something, it's more stressful. So yeah, I'm just intimidated on how I'm gonna balance everything this semester, especially with what's coming up. I don't know what to expect. So, yeah. Huh. What is it with these flyouts? It's like no matter what I do. Oh, that seems to be better. But, yeah, I just want to graduate already. I'm literally dying to graduate. I'm tired of studying. I'm tired of school. How many of you here are tired of school? I sure am. Oop. Oh, thank you, the Eternal, for the birthday wish. My birthday was a week ago, for anyone who's coming into the stream now. Yes. I didn't do much to celebrate it this year. I simply went on a road trip, and I got shaved ice. It's basically like a snow cone, and I got an Oreo one, and it was interesting, but I feel like after 2 spoonfuls of it, I was done. I'm not very good at drinking smoothies and ice creams. I get full so fast. It's crazy. But yeah. You guys have anything in particular you want me to talk about? 'Cause I mean, I could talk about stuff, but yeah. We can hear you great. Oh, I forget that the stream's also delayed, so you guys hear me probably like a minute later after I speak. We can hear you great. Well, I can stay inside every day because my blood pressure drops in hot weather, and I can only play on my Xbox Series S 1 to 2 hours a day so I don't get bad headaches. Damn. Yeah, I can understand the headaches. I've been definitely feeling very, like, burnt out in terms of screen time, because I feel like if I don't know if it's accumulative. I don't even know if that's an actual word, but when I started using my phone years ago when I was younger, I didn't feel bad, but now after years of usage and a lot of phone time, a lot of screen time, like daily usage, I'm starting to feel it wear out my brain. And I don't know how many of you guys notice, but like I feel like I lose my focus so much easier. I feel very brain foggy sometimes after like a long day on the computer. Like I just don't have the same resistance that I used to. So I can definitely understand you with that. I've actually been inside as well almost every day because thankfully I'm still doing online school, which is really good. Because I don't really want to go back to school. I don't really like traffic and walking and sweating in the hot weather. But yeah, it just kind of is what it is. I'm hoping next semester it stays the same, but realistically speaking, and with the vaccines and stuff, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go back. um Glad I'd done with school for the last few years. Glad I didn't have to do it during the pandemic. Oh, so you graduated college, Swanbiff? Let me know, because that's really cool. I envy you. Honestly, going to school in the pandemic was a lifesaver for me. Okay, lifesaver, not saber. Um, I remember before the pandemic, I was like driving to school every day and walking to class in the blithering sun. I don't know if blithering is an actual word, but like it was so unmotivating to me. Like it was awful. I never really enjoyed it. The first year of college was like, yay, college. But like after a year, I was done. I was like, man, I'm done with this. And so obviously having like 4 years of that, I got to a point where I was like, every day it was a dread to go to school. And so when they announced like, oh, we're like canceling school, for a couple weeks because of this like virus, I was like, oh sweet, I get to go home. I mean, I don't want to say that the virus was a good thing by any means, but it was, at the time there wasn't much information. I was just like, oh, this is probably gonna pass, but I'm glad I get to go home for a couple weeks. And that was 2 years ago, almost or no, that was no, yeah, it was a year and a half ago, and here we are. Honestly, I am so happy. Like, online school was so good for me because I do not miss going to school, and I know that's unfortunately not the case for a lot of people out there. I know a lot of you, some of you, have really missed going present to school, but in my case, it was really good for me. It was really good for my health as well, just being home a lot. And I really am going to miss it, to be honest. I really don't want to go back. I'm gonna heighten up this gain a little bit, just to see what it does. How have you been working on your Patreon? Ugh. Thank you for mentioning that, Barry, because my Patreon has been a big question mark, I feel, for the last, I don't know, like almost year, I guess? No, less, 6 months. So let's talk about it. Thank you for asking that. I don't know how many of you are familiar, but I've been announcing my Patreon for months, like announcing that I'm gonna revamp it and re-release it all over again. And man, I don't know how to explain myself, but in other words, things just keep getting in the way, and I feel like my original idea of what I was gonna do with my Patreon has definitely got simplified a lot because, at the beginning I was feeling very I just thought like I was gonna pour half the time, like half my energy, my creative energy, into Patreon as I was into YouTube. But now I'm thinking I kind of want to make my Patreon more of a simpler platform where I just kind of log in and, give you guys more of a intimate, I guess, perspective of like the behind the scenes and stuff, and kind of a more personal view into my creative life. And I used to that's basically what I've always done on my Patreon, but I used to have this big series where I would literally upload 2-hour long vlogs, and those were fun at the time, but I definitely am not planning on having those back. However, what I am planning on doing is, because there's a lot of unreleased footage, and I'm definitely planning on doing something with that. Actually, not even planning, I've already done something with that. I just haven't released it, because again, things just keep getting in the way. And by things, I mean other projects for YouTube and, stuff that somehow becomes more important. I really want to dedicate, like, some time to catching up with all this stuff that I've been pushing to the side. But I struggle with the typical, I'll do this after I do that other thing. I promise. And then when I do that other thing, I somehow find another thing that's more important than the side thing that was supposed to go next. So, I don't know when I'll release my Patreon, but I'm honestly thinking I'm just gonna like randomly release it one day and just be like, hey, whatever. Another reason why I've postponed it is because I'm kind of interested in trying out the YouTube memberships. It's literally the same thing as Patreon. Literally the same thing. And it's just directly on YouTube. It doesn't involve like a third-party website, so. Oh, there's no data. If the stream gets choppy or something, it's probably my Wi-Fi. What's your favorite GTA? Well, if you're speaking about nostalgia, it's Liberty City Stories, and number 2, GTA 4. What about GTA 6? I have no idea what the state of the Grand Theft Auto series is. If I did know, I would talk about it more, but I don't. Yeah, I finished actually 5 years ago. Wow, it doesn't seem that long. Man, it's crazy how time flies. It's been, 6 years since I graduated high school? How did that even happen? Online school is way better than going to school and socializing. Here's the thing I learned about socialization. Because when I went into college, I was under this idea and expectation that college was all about making friends. And it helps, you make a lot more friends and better friends than you do in high school. Or at least for some people, because for me that wasn't really the case. I met a lot of people in college, and I made a lot of connections, I guess you could say. Like I wouldn't call it friends because I don't really speak anymore to a lot of people. But all in all, I've always just stuck with my high school best friend, And I used to feel, I guess, bad for not having more friends or not having like this giant group of friends. But I kind of just realized with age that that's fine. I don't really need to have a bunch of friends to feel happy. I feel perfectly happy with the very small group of friends that I have. And yeah. I just hope none of them die, because if they do, then in that case I'm not gonna have many friends to lean on. But yeah, I don't think socializing is like, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing. But yeah, online school is way better. Also, if I take a while to get to each comments because I'm just taking my sweet time with each one of them. You know, I'm here to have a conversation and chill with you guys. Yeah. All right. Rockstar is remaking old GTAs. Yeah, I think they're making San Andreas again for like PS4 or PS5. I'm very interested in what that's gonna look like. Oh, thank you, Elvin and Alex, for the birthday wishes. Does YouTube pay enough? Um, not when you're small. I don't really make that much off of YouTube. In fact, that can be incredibly transparent. I get paid from YouTube like every couple of months. Because if I want to get paid every month, I either need to join a third party a partnership, which they basically take like, I don't know, like 40% of my earnings or something crazy like that, which is a no-no. I used to be on one of those, and but if you sign up for AdSense, they only pay you when you reach a minimum threshold of like $100, and I don't reach that on a monthly basis, so I don't really get paid on a monthly basis. I get paid every couple of months. But the good thing is that I get 100% of all my earnings, so you know, if it comes at the cost of not getting paid monthly, that's fine by me. I make my money elsewhere. But yeah, in order to make money on YouTube, you need to get a lot of views. Like, a lot of views. Because YouTube likes to play hard to get. YouTube AdSense, at least. What do you think of Rockstar suing so many people modding their games? First of all, I did not know Rockstar was suing people. That's crazy. But at the same time, I feel like, what if they're jealous? Haven't you guys thought of that? What if Rockstar is jealous? Because I've seen a lot of these modders making these like videos of how they transform the game, and it looks way better than the latest Rockstar Grand Theft Auto. So in other words, it looks better than GTA Online. You know, they're making friggin' Vice City look almost as good as Red Dead Redemption. Okay, to a certain extent. Red Dead Redemption 2 is beautiful, and that game took a long time to make. But I really don't understand why they're suing, if they are suing, because if anything, they're giving free advertisement to their games, like, oh, play this game, and if you do this modding, like, you could, you know, make it look even better. Unless you're talking about modders on GTA Online, like back in the day when people used to hand out billions of dollars, and my gosh, I freaking miss being a billionaire on GTA Online. I will forever have denial about that, but yeah, I feel like modding makes games funner if they are kept under control, because obviously, you know, I remember the days when I think it was Modern Warfare 2 was extremely modded, and it would just mess up the game. Or wait, was it Modern Warfare 2 or was it World War? I don't know anything about Call of Duty, so correct me if I'm wrong. You know, it would make the game almost impossible to play. So I really do think that GT Online should have kept their modders, at least the people who were handing out tons of money, because that made the game so much funner, dude. It was so fun. Why did they remove it? I will never forgive them for that. But, oh, I feel like this audio's peaking. But I understand why Rockstar removed those modders. It was because GTA Online has become like a freaking app store game. It's almost 60% meant for microtransactions. They want you to pay for stuff and for packages and DLCs and all that stuff. So I don't blame them. But at the same time, I feel like they would have had way more people if they just allowed us to be billionaires, okay? There, I said it. Enough said. Oh, somebody just texted me that apparently I was next to Bad Bunny yesterday. I love Bad Bunny. I went to see his concert 3 years ago? Correct me if I'm wrong. It was really fun. It was really long. That guy made our money's worth it, because he literally played every single song. He wasn't lip syncing. He was singing. I got to a point where I was sitting in my chair like, when is this going to end? Like, I love you, Bad Bunny, but I want to go home. It was like 1 a.m. Anyways, love the energy. Thanks, Alex. Listen, you guys need to give me topics to rant about. Wait, where was he? Anyways, whatever. I can't believe I was next to Bad Bunny. Anyways, yeah, give me some topics to rant about. Ranting is fun sometimes. You always have us as friends. We have your back. We love you. Aw, thank you, Wangsta. I love you all too. You guys are bosses, for lack of a better word. My school and college life is hell. I always felt like being forced to act in a certain way, and it's exhausting. Ugh, tell me about it. Bro. College, I don't know. I don't even plan on using my degree. I literally just want to graduate so people can leave me alone. Literally. I just want to graduate so people can let me do what I want to do. I mean, I can do what I want to do. And in a way, I've been doing what I want to do, but I'm tired of the social pressure, especially from family members. And so I feel like, having a bachelor's is going to make people calm down a little bit. Like, because the thing is, I've been so close to dropping out so many times. It's crazy. But eventually I got to a point where I was so close to graduation as I am now that I was like, what am I going to drop out at this point for? Might as well just finish and have kind of like that safety, I guess you could say, even though it's more of an illusion. But, still. But I'm not really gonna do postgraduate degrees or anything. I'm done. After this bachelor, I'm so done. I'm really, really burnt out academically because, I've been studying since, I was, 5 years old. And since I was 5 years old, which was now, 17 years ago, I've only had 3 months or 1 semester without school. 1 semester in 17 years to rest. That's trippin'. That's not cool. Oof, my back is starting to hurt. If you're wondering why I'm not on my lovely new setup, which is over there, it's because of my Wi-Fi. So, yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, let's keep ranting. See, I'm starting to warm up a little bit more. The shyness is going away now. As a person who people consider to have a lot of friends in high school and is outgoing, I will say having a small best friend group is better. Yes, it is very much better. I think, with time, you realize and you get to know yourself better, and you get to know what you want. And I personally just don't really need a lot of people. I don't I don't feel like I need a lot of social stimulation to feel like I'm living, you know. I can spend an entire day without speaking a word and I'm perfectly happy. If anything, I need that. Sometimes I go out with my best friend or other people that I know, and, you know, we spend a couple hours together, and after that, I need like an entire day afterward of no social interaction because I feel socially drained. I don't know, maybe it's just being an introvert. Do you like horror games? Not really. I just don't like horror as a whole because it's just not my thing. I don't know. Also, horror movies, I find them to be very cheesy. I've never watched a horror movie that genuinely made me feel... Okay, actually, I'm lying. The only movie that has ever made me feel genuinely scared is Jeepers Creepers, because of that guy who had his head cut off. Maybe I was just too young when I saw that. I was like 11 years old. So, yeah, that will forever haunt me. Apparently there's gonna be a remaster of Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, but no idea how much of a remaster it would be. I have not heard about that, but I mean, honestly, if you get Vice City on PC, it's pretty good. I actually just yesterday saw this video of Vice City, like, completely modded, and that looks really good. I just wish that, you know, these modding videos would showcase like actual missions, like not just like free roaming and stuff, because I want to see what the cutscenes look like. I want to see what, you know, the proper gameplay looks like, but they only just show you, you know, them driving around and, you know, I don't know, running over things, the sound of the different cars and whatnot, and that's cool, but, you know, there's so much more to GTA than just free roaming, right? But I would still like to see how Rockstar does these remasters, though, to be honest, I still stand by my statement that I think they might be jealous that these mods are looking better. I mean, modders are modding these games for free and making them look better than, you know, the current GTAs. That's a bold thing to do. GTA Online takes an eternity to load. I don't know why I stopped playing it. I don't know why, so I stopped playing it. Yeah, I played a lot of GTA Online when quarantine started and, you know, throughout quarantine. And it was fun. I think it's funner with friends. But I feel like, again, if you don't have a lot of money, it's not as fun. I feel like it's so much funner. It's almost like you have something to look forward to. Like, oh, today I'm gonna, you know, when you level up, you have things to look forward to because you have the money to spend on new things. I remember whenever I would upgrade on my old GTA profile, like I would level up and I was like, let's go car shopping. It was so much fun. What the heck, man? And unfortunately, I lost my original file, my original GTA Online character, because I didn't get a PlayStation 4 soon enough to transfer that character, and I lost all my cars, my expensive, fully modded cars with like the chrome and everything. I lost it all, and I'm still crying tears over it. It's not even online modders. They are stopping fan-made remasters and people adding maps from one game to another. Why would they do that? That's such a turn-off. I think that suing most mods that are graphics based... Oh, I lost a comment. Oh gosh. All of a sudden I got like 5 new comments. Sorry guys. I think suing most mods that are graphics based and mechanic... Wait, what? I think they sued most mods that are graphics based and mechanics because they don't want people to go with mods more than potential remastered versions of their own. That's a great point. That actually makes a lot of sense. But I feel like at the same time, you know, a game eventually gets, like, if all you have is what the developers make, that's almost like killing the player's creativity, and you're seeing that a lot actually in game storylines. Like Red Dead Redemption 2, I don't know how many of you guys have seen Nakey Jakey. He's one of the funniest guys I've ever seen. He made a video about Red Dead 2, and he did a really interesting statement, and actually not even a statement. The whole video was about the fact that Rockstar has become such a big hand holder. Every single step you take in that game is instructed by the game. You have zero creativity on how to approach missions, how to just like in the whole approach aspect of the game. You have no say. You do as the game tells you, because if you don't, you fail. Meanwhile, if you look at games like Grand Theft Auto 3, you know, in the Sayonara Salvatore mission, you could take out Salvatore in a number of ways and still pass the mission, and you just don't see that anymore. And so, you know, not only are they doing that in the story mode, but then, you know, with the online, they're not allowing for people to, you know, make their own mods and stuff like that. It's like, well, damn, we're just supposed to follow your instructions and that's it? Like, you're not gonna give us any creative freedom at all? That's boring. It is. So, yeah, man. Game developers are hyper-focused on microtransactions, killing your creativity, and not allowing you to experience a game in a way that basically is not their own way. It is what it is. So yeah. This stream just became a live ranting feed towards game developers and games. Do you think GTA 6 will blow up the market like GTA 5? I don't know, but they better hurry up so we can find out. I really don't even know what to expect with GTA 6. I really just hope they make a new map, because I feel like they've done enough recycling of, you know, the GTA worlds. I think it's time to see a new location. So, yeah, as much as we love Vice City and, you know, New York and California, you know, haven't you ever thought, like, maybe it would be cool to go to, I don't know, Hawaii, London? They already went to London a long time ago. Why can't they remake that map, you know? Stuff like that. I think it's time for something new, but, you know, we live in remake society. I feel like 70% of the media we receive, like, you know, big corporation media, is just recycled stuff that we've already seen before. And that's why it's so important to, you know, be weird and experiment with creativity. And I feel like modders are trying to do that, but, you know, they're being sued as a result. People don't like change. Whew. Pick or didn't happen. What? Cyberpunk. I've never played Cyberpunk. Riley played it, but he apparently didn't like it. Bad Bunny is in the WWE now, too. He's cool. Bad Bunny is really interesting. I really appreciate him as an artist because he writes all of his music. He doesn't have, like, 10 writers. Which, you know, no disrespect to people who have, like, a bajillion writers, but I just feel like when somebody writes their music without having other people um, collaborating on that process, it just means that you're getting a very raw piece of art. You know, music that is written by just one person means that it's coming straight from their heart and not, you know, the minds of like 7 people. So that's really cool. I think another person who writes all of their music is Tame Impala, but that guy writes his music, he plays his music, records his music, mixes his music, and releases. I mean, I guess he doesn't do all the release work, but you know what I mean. Did you say my name? My audio went out. Oof. Yes, Alex. I've said it like twice. Hope you're well, buddy. Me too. I am graduating for sake of degree is worth nothing to me. Yo, my college degree is gonna sit in my closet next to my high school diploma. And that's going nowhere. Honestly though. Like, I feel like if I reached 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, or 1 million, who knows, and I got one of those like little plaques that they sent you, that is going to mean a lot more to me than all of the diplomas I've ever had in my life, honestly. Because I got that doing something that I loved, you know? But, well, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if I'll get one of those. Or not. Happy birthday! Oh, thank you, Adam and Hitman. Thank you. Extrovert, other way around, but even at some point I need rest. I know, Alex, I know you're a little extrovert. I've seen it in the Discord, which, by the way, I've been so bad with my Discord, my goodness me. You guys, please forgive me. Please. I've been so bad with my Discord. But, yeah. Horror is funny. Horror movies are most predictable things in the world. That is true. The last horror movie I saw, I think was Annabelle. No, it was The Conjuring. I don't know which one. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep because, listen, The Conjuring movies, they talk so gently and so, like, it was almost like ASMR. I was like, this freaking movie, I can't concentrate. And then the last comedy movie I saw was Twilight. So there you are. What's up, Joan? I have friends with social anxiety and accept them for who they are. Aw, that's cute. I do have a lot of social anxiety. Especially the pandemic has been really bad on my social anxiety. Like, just going to Walgreens sometimes feels like a lot. And I'm like, what the heck? It's just Walgreens. I gotta go get, like, a cream, you know? But I'm like, I've been postponing getting a specific shampoo that I need for months because it's a specific store that I haven't been to in a long time. Exactly, more GTA players should do playthroughs of these mods should they work with all the missions. But do the GTA mods work with the missions? Do you guys know if they do? Please let me know. Do you know China has banned children from playing video games? They can play only 3 hours per week. It's sick. Wow. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but if it is, that's really unfortunate. China has very, very strict perspectives. Thank you, Remote Tripod, for the birthday wishes. Can you guys guess how old I am? Barry, don't say, because I know you know. Same quarantine game. Which, by the way, speaking of GTA Online, I haven't released the MP event that I recorded back in February. Oh my god. Listen, that's just one of the things that I've thrown to the side because more important things keep coming up. But I have been, I've kept it in my list of things that I really want to do, at least, in the next year. If I tell them I can't socialize, they will call me crazy. I think society is woke in that sense, but where I live, people don't even know what it is introvert. Yeah, I think there's a lot of pressure to be social, especially on young people. But, like, people who spend all their time at home, or work from home or whatever, they get a lot of hate. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're happy. I do think it's important to go out. I don't think it's healthy to be 24/7 at home. But, if you spend 6 days a week at home, that's fine. I'm just saying, it's important to go out and, get groceries or get medication, unless you live in a place where you can have everything delivered. Unfortunately, I do not, so, yeah. You're on crazy, you're just great the way you are. I don't really want to tell you otherwise. Aw, thanks, Alex. Alex, you're one of the most accepting people I've ever met. It's so wonderful. I have a love-hate thing with Rockstar. Rockstar is just, they've become another one of the bunch. They're modern. I feel like one of the reasons why GTA 6 hasn't come out or anything is because, they're milking GTA 5 as much as they can before they let it go, because GTA 5 makes a lot of money. Have you ever pirated games to play? I have been doing it since childhood because parents will never let me buy and I don't even feel guilty. Is it immoral that I feel okay about it? Listen, I used to have videos on YouTube on how to download games for, like, GTA games for free. So, it's just, those are just the things that you do when you are either young or you just have no way of getting a hold of the things that you want, in this case, the games that you want. And I have since taken down those videos because, I don't want to advocate for that. I don't want to be a part of the problem, I guess you could say, at least for the developers. But at the same time, a lot of games are, like, at least old games, because those were the games that I personally targeted. These games are worth, like, what, $2 on Steam or something like that? $5 on eBay. So, it's easy to justify why people, would download it, especially kids. But at the same time, if you got a couple bucks, I don't see why it would hurt to buy a game. But it sounds like, maybe you're young and you just don't have access to that sort of stuff. And I understand, because I was there too. For many years. So, you're fine. But, if you can buy the game, I would do that. But if not, then I understand. Can't remember when I subbed to you, but hi, hello Baba Yaga, welcome back, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Oh gosh, I'm gonna jump to the bottom because I feel like I really don't want to. I guessed 23. Yes, you've guessed correctly. No, Alex, I'm not 24. You've guessed incorrectly. I'm 24 next year. Oof, my back is hurting. Watch The Thing from 1982. That's a good horror movie. Is it on Netflix or Hulu? I've got all the streaming services. Just let me know which one it's on. Well, I do have Amazon Prime, but I forgot my password, so I'm unable to get into it. Dark Schneider. What? Oh wait. Oh, okay. The Thing from my 1982 is an awesome movie. Does it have like 1980s CGI that looks so fake that it's hard to be scared? Oh wait. Spartan Alex, who's Patrick first of all? And I clearly see the 24 coming from you. I'm currently replaying Saints Row 2. Are you into Saints Row? Thoughts? I loved Saints Row the Third. I played it when I was in my like mid-teens, so it was, you can imagine, it was a very funny game for me to play. And I tried to play it Saints Row 2, but I think it just, the graphics turned me off. They were too old for me. But yeah, damn, I've been wanting, I actually tried to fix my PlayStation 3 myself. Like, I took it apart and I tried to clean the laser because it just hasn't been reading my discs for years now. But it didn't work, so I'm gonna have to take it somewhere. But apparently, fixing PlayStation 3s is basically incredibly hard to do because nobody fixes them anymore. The parts are not as available anymore as they are for the newer consoles, so it's a much more complicated process than it was, you know, a couple years ago because it's very outdated. I'm 29 this year, 6 days before Christmas. Nice. That must be really cool having a Christmas birthday, though I do know somebody who has a Christmas birthday, and they told me that it actually isn't cool because it gets overshadowed by Christmas. But in my, at least the way I see it, it's like, ooh, double gifts, or at least double celebration. Patrick Star 24. I don't understand, Alex. You need to explain it. I feel maybe I'm too old for this joke. Or not, because I grew up with SpongeBob. Saints Row is that game where graphics doesn't matter because it's so fun. There's a fourth Saints Row, right? I think there is. I don't know, maybe there's a fifth, but I just remember the hype for Saints Row the Third back in the day. It was big. And I got it, I think, on release and everything. But yeah, it's very cartoony. I'm 22 and make more than my high school teacher who used to pick on me. What do you do, Baba Yaga? Tell me your secret. Hey, Ellie. Getaway, Black Monday, and Simpson Hit and Run both deserve remakes. You know, I never played Simpsons Hit and Run. I hear it was like, you know, Grand Theft Auto for kids. When I was a kid, I was playing the actual Grand Theft Auto, though, so I don't know. I used to hide my Grand Theft Auto copies from my parents. I was a baller. Oh, I said 23 and Pax said 24. Yeah, I remember now. What is it funnier than 23? 24. Have you watched The Terminator 1984? It's like a horror sci-fi movie. I've never seen The Terminator. I've probably seen bits and pieces when I was really young, but I don't really remember. I'm sorry. I just know the "I'll be back" line. I have a lot of movie posters from the 80s, and I have a new movie poster going up soon, which is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. I know, I've been obsessed with that title. I enjoy taking apart consoles and cleaning them. I fixed 2 PS2s and 1 PS3. Is that right, Edwin? Edwin, I actually could use your input because I'm trying to fix my PS3, but I think I didn't clean the laser right. I was I was feeling so insecure about like not ruining it that I literally barely even touched it. But then I saw a video of this like Russian guy cleaning it, and he just like went straight into it. Like, and I was like, okay, maybe I did it wrong. But, you know, taking apart a PS3 is it's like, you gotta stay organized, so it's not like I can just open it up and try again. Yes, Christopher, I'm still alive. Wait, I know that somebody said a comment here. Wow, you became like your brother who traded you GTA 3, but Saints Row 2 should get the remaster. It's really good, but it has... Oh my god! You remember that from my GTA 3 video? Unfortunately, he's no longer my brother. He was a stepbrother, so you know how it goes. They go in and out, and next thing you know, you got a different sibling. At least when it comes to step siblings. So, yeah, but that was the copy that he gave me. Wow, I even forgot about that. Check out a horror movie called Blood Salvage. It's rare, obscure movie, very underrated, and hilarious too. Where can I stream it? If I can stream it. Oh, only released in VHS and Laserdisc, never on DVD? Oof, I'm gonna have to look for that on eBay and hope it's not too expensive. I mean, VHS are really not that expensive. I actually am going to be selling VHSs, which is really interesting. Ooh, it's getting hot in this room. I might have to turn the AC on, but it's gonna screw with the audio. Do you think about AMD selling Xbox hard? Oh, you guys are just talking to each other. I miss my PS3. So do I, Ellie. Honestly, I would play more PS3 than PS4. It's like that console that's not too old, but like old enough to be nostalgic, you know? Cool. I do YouTube all day and make $0. Oh wait, what did Baba Yaga say? Oh, you're an Amazon FDA fulfillment? I don't know what it's called. I almost considered that one time, but I didn't. I think Amazon is just more strict, so I didn't, but that's really cool. I'm a fellow reseller as well. I do YouTube all day and make $0. Hey, Eternal, keep going, okay? Even if you make $0, trust me, just keep going. And just, above all else, have fun. It's infectious when you have fun. People watch you more. It's a famous SpongeBob quote from Patrick when he went to school with SpongeBob. Yeah, I remembered. I wish GTA had flying car cheat. I know, right? That was a really fun cheat. But GTA does have flying cars. GTA Online has flying cars, so I guess it makes up for that. I don't miss my game consoles because I never had any. Oh no, that's unfortunate to hear. Well, at least it means your brain is healthier than most of us in this chat room, so that's something to be proud of. I don't doubt that I've killed many neurons with all the years of screens and video games and editing. But I'm mentally and neurologically healthy now, so that's what matters. Hold on a second. Guys, let me turn on this AC, because it's getting toasty in here. And it's like high 80s. the audio is. I really, really hope it doesn't affect it too much. I'm actually gonna bring this closer so you guys don't hear the generator, aka my AC. All right. Okay. What's wrong exactly? For me, it was the power supply. My cousin had spare parts. I also had to manually update my PS3 hard drive via USB. My issue was that it'll turn on, then shut off shortly after. My problem with the PS3 is that it doesn't read Blu-rays. It reads DVDs perfectly fine, but not Blu-rays, meaning it doesn't read movies or games. And this is a huge problem because I can't play games. And I've searched it, and it seems to be a pretty common issue. But I tried to clean the laser, which is what everybody suggests, but that didn't seem to do anything. And so I guess if it's not the laser, then it must be the disk drive that is just old. I played a lot of it. Okay, you need to understand, I murdered that console. I played so much on it. So much. So it makes sense. But the problem is that most tech fixer people first of all, Sony doesn't fix them anymore because, you know, they're discontinued. And then, like, these independent fixing places don't receive parts for PS3s because, again, they're not manufactured anymore, at least by Sony. So it's just like it's just the fact that it's outdated, you know? And I don't really know who to send it to, or what to do. Let me lower this. I'm holding the microphone and just really hoping that it's not too loud. Let me check. Your AC sounds like a PS4. It does, you know, it really does. But is it like messing up the audio a little bit? Please let me know. Oh my god, I've got a oof. I really want to answer all your comments, and I left some behind. But let me see. Let me go back up and see some older comments, because not only do I want to answer to everyone, I start overthinking it. I don't like to leave them behind. I'm just trying to figure out where Bad Bunny was. That's so random. If it wasn't for mods, so many GTA games from a PC point of view would be so dead and boring now. It just gives so much more replay value and fun. Exactly! Listen, GTA Online has been played a lot in the last, it's almost 10 years almost. It's 8 years. It's an 8-year-old game. And it's like, how many more microtransactions do you need from us, Rockstar, before you can let us do what we want? And yeah, that's just how I feel. But Rockstar's like, nope, you gotta abide by my rules and buy my DLCs. Otherwise, you can't play. I don't know. But, you know, like, GTA San Andreas has been modded a lot. And there's no issue with that, so what's the problem now? apparently Bad Bunny was at the vet. I'm a noob game developer. I have made one game in my life and lost motivation. I think I'm gonna die unemployed because of my laziness. I think you'll be okay, the Eternal. I definitely understand what it's like to feel like, you know, you don't have motivation. But the thing is, I feel like I think it's dangerous to rely on motivation to do things, because motivation is like happiness. It's very short-lived, and that's not bad. It's just normal. You know, we're not happy 24/7. We're happy, and then, you know, maybe the next day we're going to be neutral. Maybe the next day we're going to be sad. Maybe the next day we're going to be annoyed. Maybe the next day we're going to be happy again. Maybe the next day we're going to be neutral again. It's just, it's a flow, and I think the same goes for motivation. You know, I have had my days where I non-stop, all I want to do is YouTube, and my days where I'm already thinking like, ugh, I'm gonna give up again. I don't feel like doing this. But what makes the difference is drive. I feel like if you rely on drive and not motivation, you're gonna have a lot more success, or not even success, but just more progress. Because drive says, okay, today I don't feel so excited to do what I'm supposed to do to achieve my goals, but I'm gonna do it anyways, you know? We often have drive for school, whether we want to or not. We have to, because otherwise we're not gonna pass. But the thing is, when it comes to our goals and aspirations, it's hard to have drive, because there's nobody above us telling us, oh, if you don't do this, you're not gonna get your grade, you're not gonna pass. You know, if you don't do your tasks for whatever you're trying to achieve, nothing really happens other than you just don't progress with what you want to achieve. So yeah, that's why I also say it's harder to be an entrepreneur than it is to be employed, because when you're employed, you have somebody telling you what to do. You have specific orders every day. Meanwhile, when you're self-employed, you are the employee, you're the supervisor, and you're the boss as well. Meaning that if you don't feel like working, too bad, you're gonna have to push yourself to work, because, you know, there's nobody there to push you. I just went on a tangent here, but, you know, the whole point is, like, it's normal how you feel, the Eternal, and I would just still do the thing you're trying to do anyways, even if you really don't feel like it. Just do a little thing. That's the thing, like, don't force yourself to spend 4 hours if you're really not feeling it. Like, just tell yourself, okay, I'll do 30 minutes of game design or whatever it is that you do, and after those 30 minutes I will take a break, or I will even stop. And what you'll notice is that after 30 minutes you're gonna be more in the mood than you were 30 minutes ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, just a little piece of advice there. I have a quarter to 1 billion because of playing GTA Online every day since 2013, and you're ranked 1200, and I still have everything and over 300 vehicles, but I still play because of the passion for Rockstar. That's really cool. Damn, you sure have some drive for GTA Online. I think I'm like at rank 50 something. I've been playing GTA 3 Randomizer mod, which randomizes literally everything, and it's so random, so weird, but it just gives endless different possibilities. Exactly. If we can customize the old games, why not the new ones? Imagine how cool it would be. The new ones. So much better. Anyways, okay. I have been trying to make myself work for years, but I don't know why I'm so lazy and stupid. I want to make games, but if anyone wants to play. I don't think you're stupid. And I think being lazy is normal. I'm extremely lazy. Oh my god. Y'all need to ask the people who know me in real life just how lazy I am. You don't want to look in my room because it's very messy because I'm so lazy and I won't clean it. I'm extremely lazy, and sometimes it's hard to get things done because of it, but you know, one day at a time, and just being gentle on yourself, because when you're, you know, telling yourself how stupid you are and stuff like that, and you know, like you're lazy, you're gonna make it hard on yourself, you know, to you know, do things, because you're just gonna convince yourself that it's, you know, you're not good enough. And I don't think it's about being good enough or not. I just think it's about drive and just doing it whether or not you feel like it. Because, you know, I don't believe in burning yourself out. Oops, sorry. I don't believe in burning yourself out for like anything. But I do believe in taking little steps every day. If anything, I think little steps equal to bigger outcomes than when you try and take gigantic steps. Like, for instance, today, you know, I edited for like 2 hours maybe, and that for me is really not that much, because back in the day I used to edit 7+ hours. And yes, I had exponential growth because of it, but I suffered the consequences mentally and physically, because I literally just exponentially tortured myself over what, you know? So now I work less, but I work smart, you know? Alright, I'm gonna skip to the bottom because I know I've got a lot of comments waiting. I remember your old vlogs with you going to your grandma's house. Yeah, I need to go visit her. I really do. Those were the days. Actually, fun fact, I started my YouTube, not my YouTube channel, but a lot of my early videos were made in her house, because at the time I didn't have a computer. Yes, I did not have a computer when I started my channel and made my first like 100 videos. I did not even have a computer. I would use my grandmother's computer and would make all the videos there. Actually, wait, no, I did have a computer. I just didn't have internet. Yes, sorry, correcting myself. I did have a computer. I just didn't have internet in my house, so I would go to my grandmother's house to upload my videos. And also edit them, because that's where she had Windows Movie Maker. So, just to show you guys, I saw a video that had an excellent way to say it. Don't learn and then wait, what was it? Start, then learn. Don't learn, then start. Which basically means just start, whether or not you have the resources that you need. Baba Yaga, I don't have a Snapchat. I do, but I don't use it anymore. I don't really like Snapchat anymore. Yes, Windows Movie Maker, I know, that's where I started my channel. And then I moved on to Sony Vegas, and then I moved on to Premiere Pro, and then I moved on to After Effects, and then I moved on, well, eventually I started, no wait, I've been using Photoshop the whole time, because that's how I made my thumbnails. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about DaVinci Resolve, but I feel like I need to get a better camera, because my camera, I don't think any software can do it justice, because my camera is just not the greatest quality. Okay, I'm getting to all your comments now. I don't know if any of you guys said if my audio's okay, but please let me know. Can you guys let me know if my audio's okay, please? because I feel like I can see the audio bar a little bit going a little bit crazy, but I think it should be okay. I gotta fix the wave. I go into I go into OCD. No, I go into OBS every once in a while to check my flyouts. So my hair kind of just does whatever it wants. Anyways, audio is great. Thank you, Elvin. Thank you, Swambif. Thank you, Mickey. You guys are amazing. Love you. LimeWire, anyone? Oh my gosh. I actually saw a video from Naked Jakey about LimeWire. You guys need to check out Naked Jakey. I'm telling you, it's really hard for me to laugh, and that guy makes me laugh. Yes, Baba Yaga, I do have Instagram. I don't have the link in the description, but if you look at my older videos, you might be able to find it. Your audio is great in my $200 Arctic 9X headset. Oh, wow. Thank you, Wangsta. That is such a compliment because I've been becoming kind of an audio head lately. I just feel like, you know, you can fix bad footage with audio, but you can't fix... You can't fix good footage with bad audio. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have shitty video but crispy audio, it's still gonna, like, be really nice. But if you have extremely high quality visuals and not the greatest audio, it's just gonna feel weird. So that's why I always tell people, invest in audio first. Video can wait, and especially with these freaking iPhone cameras that we have now, you really don't need to invest in fancy cameras if you're gonna, if you're looking to do that, you know. Invest in audio first, I'm telling you. It's a game changer. Anyways. I make all my textures in Paint to put it in my game because I don't know how to use Photoshop. Photoshop is a game changer. I really suggest you educate yourself on it. I don't know if it's okay to ask, but I wanted to ask a question about OCD. Do everyone have it up to... Oh, there's no data. Let me wait for it to come back. Okay, there we go. Let me do this again. I don't know if it's okay to ask, but I wanted to ask a question about OCD. Does everyone have it up to a small limit? Because I feel like I do some things until I feel satisfied for no reason. I mean, it's so different for everybody. I know other people who have OCD, which, by the way, I have OCD, for anyone wondering. Spoiler alert. It's really different with everyone. I feel like the biggest misconception is that OCD is like the people who are afraid to not touch a doorknob enough times or wash their hands, you know. That's just one subtype of OCD, but OCD has so many branches. It's crazy. Essentially OCD is just, you know, it's an anxiety disorder where your mind catastrophizes over specific subjects and things, and that catastrophizing leads to anxiety, which leads to you know doing a compulsion to relieve the anxiety, you know. So what I'm getting from your comment is that I feel like I do some things until I feel satisfied. So like you do compulsions maybe to feel relief. Or maybe, I don't know if you're talking about what you do in your art, in your video games, like if until you perfect something, you will not feel like you can let it go. And in which case, you know, that can be, you know, a little bit of OCD as well. I don't know, but I'm not I'm not a professional by any means, but I can definitely relate to the fact, you know, being a perfectionist. I feel like that's one of the biggest things I need to keep account of, because I have struggled my fair share of perfectionism and just getting totally obsessed with projects and videos and edits and just obsessing over details that in the long run, I don't even remember. But obsessing to the point where I don't eat over, or I don't sleep over, you know? If that's what you're talking about, for me, what has really worked is to let go. Whether or not I feel comfortable doing so, because most of the time it is extremely uncomfortable to let go of something you're obsessing over. But in the long run, it's the healthy thing to do. So let's say I'm obsessing over a really stupid detail on an edit, you know, a detail nobody will notice except me. You know, I can do my best to make it to polish it as best as I can, but eventually there'll come a time where I'm just obsessing over it. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with it. I just can't let it go. And I don't remember who the heck says this, but art is never finished. It's only abandoned. And that's extremely true, you know? You're, as an artist, or as whatever you do, you're never going to finish. Eventually, you just have to let it go. Because if you don't let it go, you're never going to finish. You're gonna keep finding things that are wrong with whatever you're doing. And I still look at my old videos and I still find things that are wrong with it. I will never be 100% satisfied with the content that I do, which is crazy because people look at it and they're like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is so good. But in my head, I'm like, thank you. But did you see that flaw in this specific part? Like, doesn't that call to your eye? Like, I can't get it. I can't get over it. That's why I don't watch my old videos, because I just feel like once I finish them, I just let go and I don't look back. And if I do look back, it's because, you know, if I'm trying to, you know, revisit specific memories, or I just get curious very randomly. But other than that, it's extremely rare for me to look back. But thank you, Angel, for the birthday wishes. So anyways, I don't know if you have OCD or not, but I can definitely tell you that you know, you could look into it if you want. You could seek a professional. But I can definitely understand where you are right now. Oh, I press keyboard buttons until I feel little pain, and sometimes I even get dizzy because of thinking too much. I rub my teeth 24/7, rotate mouse all over screen many times until I feel good, but I am okay. Yeah, now that you explain it, it does sound a little more like OCD. It definitely sounds like the more common OCD symptoms, but again, I can't diagnose or anything. I'm not a doctor or a professional. But I can understand the thinking too much and the teeth grinding. I also do it my whole life. I don't know how my teeth are still intact, because I'm always like, one time I actually considered getting like those guards to protect my teeth at night, but I never did. Whenever I order something, I check it out many times because I feel I did something wrong and will lose money, but I think I'm not real OCD, but a very small amount if that's something real. Like I said, I would really look into it, like maybe consult help from like a therapist or something, or a counselor, because, you know, like you said, it could be nothing, but I definitely don't think there's nothing going on, because I definitely can relate to a lot of what you're saying. Today is Belated birthday. I don't think I need a diagnosis, but I always thought everyone have it up to some limit, because my father also cleans room about 10 times a day. I don't know. I feel like I feel like there's a big difference between a neat freak and OCD. OCD is not really a physical condition. It's just purely mental. And I think a lot of people tend to confuse that. They say, oh, I'm so OCD because I like things symmetrical and whatnot. But it's the amount of anxiety that OCD causes. It's not really like freaking out because your pencil's not symmetrical in the desk. It's for a lot of people it's life or death. It feels like it, at least. For me, it did feel like that. But I don't want to invalidate, what you feel. I think, like I said, you should look into it, or you could look into it. I don't want to tell you what to do. And if you feel like you don't need a diagnosis, that's fine. That's totally fine. I feel like maybe a lot of people have ADD because, I feel like everybody's mind to a certain extent has been affected by this, technology and stuff. Like, have you noticed, like, attention span is so bad these days on most people? Anyways. Damn, how long have I been streaming? Oh my gosh, almost 2 hours. I'm gonna go soon, you guys. I gotta walk my dog. Let me go back up to some of these comments. I don't feel I am neurologically healthy. I get anxiety attacks for stupid, dumb reasons. You're not alone. I used to get anxiety attacks for really silly things as well. One time, I went to a restaurant and somehow my brain convinced me that it was like a Mediterranean restaurant, and the chairs had like these faces on them. I don't know. It's like, like these culture things. My brain convinced me that the faces were gonna pop out and come get me. I kid you not, I had a panic attack over it. That's how bad it got. People don't realize how bad it got. That's kind of what OCD does. It just convinces you of your worst nightmare, and meanwhile nothing is happening, Have you played Portal or Half-Life? I've played Portal. I didn't last though. I think I got bored. Have you tried the PS3 secret menu fix? No, but please do tell if you're still in the stream. I really, really want to know. The disk drive on my PS4 is going out. My PS2 has issue with reading disk. Usually it'll let me play one game in a day, but I try another game and it won't play. But if I try next day, it would probably work, LOL. Yeah, that sounds like a very stubborn PlayStation. My PlayStation surprisingly works really well, and I bought it used on eBay like 8 or 9 years ago. It's crazy. Oh, he actually did tell me how to do the secret menu fix. You do that by holding the power button down a few seconds until it beeps 3 or 4 times till it turns red, and then hold it again for a few more beeps, then connect controller. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. I tried that, I remember now. It didn't really work. 2-part comment. Read together. Okay, sorry Edwin, I never got to your comment. I don't know if you're still here, but... My PS4 had that problem with DVD and PS2 games. It'll read CDs and PS1 games, but no DVD-based media. So I found this video regarding that issue. There's these 2 potentiometers on the back of the laser, which you have to turn with a mini screwdriver. I eventually fixed it. Maybe your PS3 is the same. Edwin, can you send me this video? Because I'm definitely interested. Though I don't know if the PS2 and the PS3 have the same construction anatomy. I don't know if those two consoles have the same console anatomy. Yeah. I can't think of a better word. I'm sorry. But yeah, send me that video through whichever social media. I suggest Twitter. That's the one I check. For YouTube, at least. I'm gonna go in like 10 minutes, you guys. So if you want to get your comments in before that, I think Rockstar is preparing for cross-play with PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. That's why they're ramping up against mod menus a lot. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel like cross-play is becoming very slowly the new norm for gaming, especially with Warzone. Who else does that? Fortnite? I don't know. But that's gonna be interesting. Honestly, as much as I am an advocate for change, I really it's almost like grieving, you know, the old school Grand Theft Autos with all these ideas of like these games becoming cross-play, microtransaction, downloads, you know, no more physical copies and stuff like that. It's like grieving the past, you know, it's hard. So that is something. But, you know, I think it's important to welcome change at the same time. Can't wait for Harry Potter on PS5? What? Also, the thing doesn't have CGI. It has amazing practical effects, and I think you can watch on Amazon. I'm not sure, though. I'll look it up on Netflix. I've been actually watching Netflix again, which I cannot believe it myself, because for months I basically neglected Netflix. I don't know, I just feel like Netflix is not what it used to be. But it actually has some pretty good series lately. I've been watching Chicago Med, which is surprisingly good. I couldn't believe it. Oh, wait a second, what's this? Once you set your work like a religion, it becomes easier. Yes, that's another word for drive. It's just basically doing a little bit every day, or, you know, doesn't have to be every day. I think it's good to take days off. I take at least one day off every week from YouTube, because if I don't, I stop enjoying it, and I start to feel like I have to do it and not like I want to do it. So I think it's important, but I also think it's important to do a little bit every day, you know, towards your goals, because, you know, I think it's part of having fun in life, but also a healthy way to advance towards your goals. I feel like I might be a little bit loud. I'm gonna keep it there. By the way, if you guys want to send me, you know, comments about, or questions about, like, you know, life issues, life matters, I'm totally open to talking about that, you know. I think I have, some experience I could, you know, talk from, and, possibly even help out based on the mistakes I've made too. I just feel like I am not fit to work in this society because everyone behaves like they know everything, and here I am having a hard time even to understand my own mind. Here's a little secret on people. Nobody knows anything. I don't think anybody in the world is truly 100% confident. I think everybody always has, some kind of insecurity, because we're human, and I feel like people put up a front a lot these days because I feel like people are obsessed with showcasing the best of themselves. Meanwhile, a lot of people that you see on social media with these great lives tend to be really, I don't know, miserable. Meanwhile, that's also why I just don't really do social media anymore. And if I do social media, I just use it to showcase, my art and stuff like that in my video game videos. I don't consume social media anymore. Only YouTube, because I just love seeing videos from like other people and their own creativity. But even from YouTube, I don't watch other filmmakers. I at the moment only watch one other filmmaker, and it's because we do very different things. But I don't watch people that do similar things to what I do because it's just a gateway for comparison, and I don't want to compare myself. I used to think like, oh, I should be able to watch other artists and not compare myself and be happy for them, but I just can't. I just can't. My mind doesn't work that way, so I just rather not watch other people and their film or their video game videos. I mean, I don't really compare myself to other video gamers, but yeah, I found that the easiest way to not compare yourself is to simply just not expose yourself to other comparable things, or like if you watch other people that do similar things to you, watch people who are more or less, either doing something completely different than you are or something kind of at your same level. I don't know, but yeah. Moral of the story is that I wouldn't pay attention to what society is doing because I feel like society likes to tell you what to do, and what may be good for others doesn't mean it's going to be good for you. And I've realized that there is no recipe for success. If anything, from my own experience, I've noticed that not doing what is trending and not doing what everybody is doing is what more often than not results in bigger success in the long term. Because when you do things that are already being done, you kind of yeah, it's fun to do that every now and then, but you fall in a trend, and trends die. So I just, the way I put it is, it's funner to be a trend setter rather than a trend follower, because it just is, and it also gives you more freedom to do whatever you want. So yeah, just do your thing, the Eternal. Do your thing, man. That you don't have to keep up with society, because in the end, when you set a trend, society's gonna be following you. Alright. Let me see what other comments. so I didn't this stream had more like a lot of comments, so that's why I lost track of a lot of them. But thank you, Alex, for joining the stream. Oh yeah, my PS2 has a real attitude. Favorite music? Bro, I like every kind of music. I don't discriminate when it comes to music. I like it all, honestly. If it sounds good, I'll listen to it. I'm very picky though with music. Like, I don't heart a song, any song. Like, I have to love a song for me to heart it. If it's okay, I'm sorry, pass. I don't even receive unknown calls no matter who is that. I feel like I have messed up with some goons. I didn't really understand that. Could you elaborate? My PC has too much attitude. It starts automatically sometimes. I don't know why. My PC, I think, it's definitely starting to age. It's definitely not, you know, as powerful as it once was. But that's okay. I accept her just the way she is. Do you know GTA 6 will not have online mode in it, but it will launch separate and we will have to pay 2 different games? Who said that? What are your credentials? I mean, not your credential. What are your sources? I really, really want to know. Let me know. Alright. You got wisdom. Eternal, thank you. I'm just speaking from my own experiences and realizations. I think the most important thing that we can all do in this life is to take care of ourselves and have fun. So, yeah. And honestly, it's just so much funner to do whatever you want and not whatever. It's funner to do your own thing rather than to follow the herd, if that makes any sense. Like, follow the crowds. I think it's okay to follow the crowds sometimes, but, you know, I think it's cool to do your own thing too. It's funner. When I had trauma, and since then I have anxiety attacks and I rush to doctors in fear they say I'm alright, but I am thinking too much. I have PTSD or something. Yeah. I really, really think that speaking to someone, it could help you out, you know. But I think you'll be okay. I'm literally like all over the place with these comments. I'm like going up and down and then left, right, and there's not even a left or right in these comments. I hope I get my tethered spinal cord syndrome fixed. I hate not having control of my bladder and getting headaches. I'm sorry to hear that, Wangsta. That sounds not fun. I can definitely not relate exactly to your situation, but just dealing with health issues, especially prolonged health issues, it's just like wishing to live a normal life again, but at the same time you don't remember what it's like to live a normal life, because it's like keeping up with like your regimen of like medication and stuff like that. It's just like, ugh. Can I just eat my food without having to take 3 pills before? So, especially when you go out and stuff, it's like, gotta take my pill box. Anyways. But it's just the things that we have to deal with in life. It's called PS2 Optical Disk Drive Repair by a YouTuber named This Does Not Compute, slightly turning the potentiometer increases the strength of the laser. There's 2 lasers in both PS3 and PS2. Edwin, do you have Twitter or something? Because there's just no way of me to save that right now. I'm sorry. So if you could send just, you know, a quick tweet or something, or even in the comments section of the stream, or even the comment section of whatever video, I'll definitely see it. I always see the comments of every video. So, yeah. Your Blu-ray laser is weak, I'm assuming. Probably, or just not functioning at all. Have you ever considered voice acting? Yes and no. I guess acting is one of those things. Oh, there you go. My AC turned off. Thank you. So you guys can hear me better now. Let me just put this here and give myself a rest. Oof, my legs. Hold on. All right. So, I just got into the world of audio, and I really, really love to, like, mess with the audio and get my voice sounding the best it can. But voice acting, I think first I need to get into acting. And I think that's something that I will definitely be exploring soon. But that's all I'm saying. Shh. 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 Okay, anyways. Big Mouth season 1 and 2, not that bad. I stopped watching season 3. My friends have watched that, I think. I don't really watch cartoons. I like live action stuff more. I have a question. Do you think being humble is not good in this modern world? Whenever I try to help anyone, I end up messing up things more. I think being humble is the absolute one of the most important things that we have to have. Because I feel like the world is becoming so desensitized to humility. You know, people are becoming more and more, like, I feel like humans just don't get along more and more and more. And, you know, that's because of things like social media. Like, it gives people the power to do, like, cyberbullying to whoever they want to without ever showing their face. And it makes people not get along. It makes people be afraid to speak. It makes people I don't know, I feel like it makes people more unwilling to be nice to others, because I feel like everybody's so defensive these days. And you know what? Sometimes I'm defensive too, but I think it's just so important to keep being a nice person, even to those who are not nice to you. You know, if somebody bullies you, you know, on the internet, or somebody says something really bad to you, you know, if you need to defend yourself, by all means, defend yourself. But, like, defending yourself by insulting them back or doing something to harm them, I don't think that's the way to go. I think, better yet, just say, you know what? I really hope everything in your life is going well. And walk away. Or, you know what? I wish you the best. Goodbye. And never talk to him again. But yeah, I really, really do think it's important to be kind and humble. And I guess by humbling, it's also important to... It's important to be humble because it keeps your ego from exploding too much. I think egos... You know, having a little bit of ego is important, but when it's blown out of proportion, it's too much. So that's why it's really important to have humility, so that, you know, you don't always make life about yourself. I hope you stay safe during this crazy active hurricane season. I'm trying... Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. One more thing, Eternal. I think it's also really important to remember that most of the time when people are mean to you, it's not because they actually dislike you. It more so reflects how they feel about themselves. I think that has helped me a lot with, bullies and haters. It's just realizing that they probably really dislike themselves and are just taking it out on you. So that just makes me feel a combination of pity but also empathy. But it's just that's why I think is just tell them, like, what, I really hope you have everything you ever wanted. Just walk away. Anyways, sorry, I was reading a comment. I hope you stay safe during this crazy active hurricane season. I'm trying to here in Texas, and I feel bad for my neighbors in Louisiana. I heard about that hurricane. I haven't really seen much, like, in the news, because I, again, I'm not on social media a whole lot, but, if any of you are somehow connected to that, I really do feel for you, literally. I've been through it too. It sucks. But at least, Louisiana is a state in the United States, so recovery efforts, I'm sure, are going to be pretty fast. So that's at least good for them. But yeah, hurricane season, honestly, I feel like everybody here in Puerto Rico always braces for impact every hurricane season because we haven't even recovered from Hurricane Maria yet. But I just try to distract myself from it because I don't even want to think about it, to be honest. I just want to hide away until it's over. And I really have been doing that very successfully. So far, we haven't really had anything, but we are entering the peak now, so that's very interesting. Yes, no data again. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys. I always say this, but I'm just gonna answer a couple more comments and I'm out, because I got things to do. But this has been a great stream, you guys. This has really been good. Why don't you just take a screenshot of his comment to save it? Because I'm on my computer right now, and my phone doesn't have storage. It never does. Not doing what is considered cool usually makes you cool. Exactly. Guys, listen, I literally can tell you from experience, my bully walkthrough, nobody had ever done 100% completion walkthrough on bully before I did one. I'm not sure why. YouTube was still kind of in its early days back then, so, I guess people had better things to do back then, but I was literally the first one to do 100%. Like, there was a bunch of guides for, like, the story missions, but nobody had ever done, like, a very in-depth 100% completion guide. And I did one. I did a really in-depth one. I'll tell you, the first year, first 2 years, that walkthrough barely got views. Sorry. Barely got views. And then it just exploded. There's an audience out there for everything and everyone. I'm telling you. That playlist has, like, I think it's nearing, like, 200,000 views. Just the playlist alone. And I think the most viral video in it has, like, 500,000 views. It's crazy. And it all started simply because I did something that nobody else was doing. And I guess not even, like, the big GTA channels, which, had all covered the bully story missions at the time. They did the story, but not the 100% completion. And, that's why it's so important to find things that have never been done. And, if you feel passionate about it, do it. Because that's an excellent thing to do. And an excellent path to take. Because it might not be trendy now, but I promise you it will find its audience. I promise you. So, yeah. I'm not against anyone, but people get offended very easily nowadays, and also my life is gone in getting bullied since childhood. There's no solution to it, though. You're kind of right in saying that, the effects of being bullied, it's just something you have to live with. You can go to therapy and process a lot of it, but you can forgive, but you're not going to forget, I was bullied a lot in elementary school because I was a tomboy and I was very different. I was not into dolls or makeup or pretty things. I was into Star Wars, Legos, video games, and people, I don't know, kids didn't like it. Kids are really cruel, first of all. Kids are really cruel. High school kids are very immature, and, they'll tell you all sorts of things. But again, I think it's just a reflection of how they feel in the inside. But also, I just think that kids don't really have a sense between right or wrong, which is why there's so much bullying going on. That doesn't make it right anyways. And high school kids, there's just so much insecurity in high school that, there's insecurity, hormones, all these things going on, and also just upbringing. A lot of kids are brought up in ways that are less than good, and they just bring all that stuff into the classroom, into their classmates. What I will tell you is that, I'm still not over a lot of the things that I was told as a kid. I'm 23 years old, and it sucks. I actually go to college with, or I don't know if they're still studying, but I've seen a lot of the kids I went to elementary school with, and it was almost like I wanted to avoid them. I didn't want anything to do with them. But I would bump into them and they would say hi to me, and, I would act politely and whatnot. But I guess you could say I also have a little PTSD from it if I'm avoiding kids that I went to elementary school with. And so, yeah, honestly, for me, what has worked the most is, again, realizing that a lot of it came from their own deep insecurities. And thinking about it, the kids that bullied me, they went through a lot of things, and it just, I empathize, but I also it just makes sense to me. But at the same time, I'm just like, still shouldn't have happened, but it happened. It's in the past. And just, talking about it, I think, is really important. I don't know if you want to confront them. Maybe that could help you, but I personally never did. I don't know. I feel like one of the biggest reasons I made a YouTube channel was to, I guess, dump a lot of that frustration that I had against a lot of those kids. I dumped it all out into this massive creative project on the internet. And for a long time, I remember doing it because I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a channel, and I'm gonna make myself something bigger than those kids will ever be, because they made me feel very belittled. And I guess you could say it worked. And eventually I stopped doing it for that reason, and I just did it because it became something that I loved, YouTube. But yeah, it started out as an escape and as a way for me to express all that stuff that I had in my history, I guess you could say. So yeah, investing all those feelings into creative projects is really, really good. Hurricanes are kind of like a horror movie. I basically distracted myself from Maria by filming a documentary. Oh, you're right. The computer does have a screenshot shortcut. Are you talking about a Mac, though? Because on PC there aren't no shortcuts that I know of. I went through the remnants of Hurricane Ida that flooded some roads in my state of Virginia due to the heavy rains. Wow. Yeah. It almost sounds like Irma, which basically just knocked down the power here in a couple palm trees, but we really dodged a bullet. So I'm glad you're okay, Hitman. Do you know about the bully levitation glitch? I do not. Let's check out Swigta's video. I feel like I've seen that before. Okay. You're right, a bully is not a bad person. He or she is just immature and angry, I guess. I always stayed alone because of bullies. Hey, some bullies are, you know, I don't want to call bullies saints. Some of them, I don't know how many of you watch murder mystery shows, but some bullies do end up being like criminals and stuff. So some of them are genuinely bad people. But I think most bullies are just extremely insecure, extremely unhappy, and or have had a really bad, like, have been brought up really either in bad conditions or by parents who encourage the behavior, like the bad behavior, or spoiled. But one of the people who bullied me went through some like really heavy tragedies, and of course I'm pretty sure that's why they were a bully. Thank you, world famous gamer. And same. You give me hope. If you can do it, then why can't I? Exactly. And listen, I don't want to sit here and say I'm like cured and I'm perfect now. I am very much a human being. I have bad days. I have bad days every week. Not every day of my life is a bad day. I have more good days than bad. But every week I have a bad day. You know, I get emotional. I get angry. Just the other day, I was angry at my cat because they freaking broke my new headphones. And when I get angry, I get like really like urges to like hit something. But you know, I try not to do it because that wouldn't be good. But yeah, I'm very much a human being, and I have bad days. Last week I had a bad week. So you're not alone. You know? I feel like we live in a world that is denormalizing being human and requiring people to be perfect and never have a messy week or a messy day or a messy year, you know? But I say it's normal. If anything, I think it's important for us to have bad days. Because if we don't have bad days, how are we going to learn how to cope with it and become and learn to be healthier, you know, to deal with things in better ways, you know? We got to experience the rock bottom in order to appreciate when we finally reach a place where we feel good. Because I feel like before I ever had like a lot before I had adversity, it was easier for me to take a lot of things for granted. So, and you know, be more like cocky and egotistical. I've been egotistical too in my life. But it's the bad experiences that made me humble. I wish this stream never ends. It's fun though. By the way, your GTA 5 reaction video was one of the best reactions I've ever seen. Ah, thank you, The Eternal. Thank you for all the questions and thank you for sharing how you feel. I really, really have enjoyed our virtual public conversation. And if anybody wants to comment things like that, feel free. I won't tell a soul. This is a safe safe space. I think Lau is the only person I can just sit and listen to for hours. Wow, thank you, Swambiff. that is a very, very how do I say it? What's the word? I really just appreciate your comments and how much you enjoy my videos. It really does mean a lot. It goes to a screenshot folder in pictures. Oh wait, Windows key and print screen key. I don't want to try because I'm scared that it'll end the stream or something, or affect it somehow, some way. To perform levitation glitch on bully, crouch, grab kid, stuff in trash can, and then go to the stairs, and Jimmy walks on thin air. Oh, nice! Yeah, that definitely feels like a very old school glitch to do. Almost like a cheat code. It's been a really long time since I played Bully. I haven't played Bully since I did my walkthrough. I wish the stream... Oh wait, I already read that. I remember you did a Q&A years ago and I asked if you ever played any Saints Row games. Have you yet? I actually talked about that earlier in this stream. I said that I played Saints Row the 3rd and I really liked it. And I played a little bit of Saints Row 2, but it wasn't that great. But Saints Row 3 was really good. Windows key left out print screen. You know what, Shadowy? I will try that as soon as the stream ends. I just am afraid it'll affect it somehow, but I promise I will do that. By the way, press window key to take screenshot in Windows PC. No, it won't. And print screen literally means to take a screenshot. Don't press shortcut, just Google it. It's just safe to try. You know, I can just do a sniping, what is called sniping tool. That's what I use to screenshot, at least in this computer. But I think the comment at this point is far gone. Actually, you know what? I think all the comments you guys are commenting show up in like when the live stream is uploaded, so I can always just... What do you need a screenshot of? I forget who was it that told me... Oh my god, what was it that I was... Oh, a video on how to fix my PlayStation 3, a possible approach to fixing my PS3. And I don't remember who commented it, but I think it was Edwin? Edwin. Yeah, the chat is saved. I used to use the sniper tool, but now I use light shot. Never heard of it. But anyways, I will definitely check out that video. I'll dig through the comments if I have to. But anyways, I do kind of remember what the video was about. It was something regarding 2 screws in the laser portion. But anyways, you have my word. And thank you, Edwin, I think it was, who told me about it. Oh, thank you, Barry. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'll just screenshot it right now. Okay. There we go. I got it. Oof. It's getting toasty in here again. Anyways. Right, guys, I'm gonna go. It's 8 p.m. here. I got a lot of things to do now. But this was fun. We streamed for 2.5 hours. Belated birthday stream. Thank you all for coming and for chatting and for your questions, and expressing your thoughts, opinions, and even emotions. Bye, Barry. Bye, Mickey. Control V. Interesting. Anyways. Bye, Shadowy. And thank you. I think I saw your birthday wish, but if I didn't, thank you. Bye, my account, Shadowy again. The Eternal. Oh, wait, no, the Eternal was just giving me a tip. Swambiff Gaming, Hitman. Thank you all for showing up, and I wish you the best and funnest, chillest Friday night you'll ever have this week. And of course, I hope you keep having more awesome Friday nights. But yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy mine. Alright. And you're welcome, The Eternal, for not only the stream, but just for the heart-to-heart. Anytime. Honestly, I would do a stream like this again, but like just to talk about like life, you know, advice, emotions, just like a heart-to-heart with all of you. Thank you, Bum Metalhead. Bye, Wangsta. Thank you. And just like Shadowy said, keep following your dreams, you know, keep doing your thing, everyone, and do it the way you want to. Okay? Okay? The way you want to, the way that you feel is most fun, even if it's not trendy. Let's all be trendsetters, not followers. Alright, bye everyone. See you soon.